Hi, so today I want to talk about some weird things that I've noticed that some YouTubers do that are actually quite funny if you know the reason why they're doing it. I thought I would make this video to expose our secrets, show you what is actually going on behind the scenes and why you notice YouTubers do certain things that, you know, carry on throughout different videos and they start to become a pattern. And again, once you know why they do these things, it's hilarious. The first one I want to talk about is the obvious one. Asking for likes and subscribers at the beginning of the video through like a graphic or like, you know, saying it at the beginning of the video. It's because when people hear you do that, statistically, people subscribe. People do click the subscribe button and they do like that is just true. That is just fact. Whether or not it makes you look like a good person is a different thing. I feel like that's one thing that YouTubers don't really care about. They like, so it's like very maths brain stuff with YouTube nowadays. It's like, if the graph go up, that mean good. You know, but then like, you know, people notice you do these things and it's like, it's annoying, you know, like it is annoying when YouTubers ask for subscribers and likes at the beginning of the video. It just is, but you know that. I want to get into the more interesting stuff now. A lot of YouTubers have recently been on about like storytelling, how with every video you should tell a story, you know, because it makes sense in your brain. Obviously humans have communicated for eons, not literally but eons, via telling stories, you know, like, oh, the cavemen were like, oh, I came across this bear and then the bear nearly attacked me and then I got damaged but I managed to get away, and it's like, that's engaging to listen to, that's like gripping. So people took that and followed like the most basic story structure advice you have ever seen in your life. So the 3-act story structure goes like this. You start by introducing a problem. In the middle you have like a solution to the problem, and by the end you have your conclusion, like what happened as a result of that. And people on YouTube have been very formulaic with it, and it is really funny. So I'm not gonna call anyone out, but there was this creator that I watched recently who did like these guru YouTube videos, who literally said, yeah, I know this is the 3-act story structure, and you know, then he kind of like said what he was going to talk about. I just declared that he is using the story structure from the beginning in order to kind of seem like more relatable to the audience, but it kind of makes you seem like, well, wait, so you're clearly doing this to manipulate your audience, that's bad. Like, people don't like that, you know. I thought it came across as really off. I don't know if it's just me. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware of the MrBeast meta, but basically it's the notion that you know what actually happens. MrBeast has found a lot of success by making thumbnails like this. You know, it's pretty iconic, it's recognizable, it's his face, you know, it's some thing from the video that's like, you know, CG generated, made in Photoshop or whatever. It's pretty recognizable as a MrBeast thumbnail. So many people are using this thumbnail style now because, oh, MrBeast gets 100 million views on every video. It's clearly because of the thumbnails, right? No, it's not. All you need to do is make good videos, you know, because if people watch for longer and if people show positive feedback through like surveys on your videos, because you might notice that you sometimes get surveys on YouTube, that is what's going to cause your channel to blow up. Like, so many people just copy the thumbnail styles of videos that blow up or creators that blow up, and I don't get it. It's like, why would you do that? There's no sense of branding, there's no sense of personality. It's basically just like, oh yeah, let's follow the leader, let's follow the crowd, let's just do what the most popular guy is doing. Surely that works, right? And it's like a good starting point if you take inspiration, but it's not inspiration. Like, people are just ripping these thumbnails. I'm gonna show you. So there's this one YouTuber that people were talking about a while ago, and they called him the Russian MrBeast. I won't show the name, it doesn't matter, but these are like the kind of thumbnails that that you can expect, and it's just copying MrBeast. Look, there's like, this thumbnail is exactly the same as MrBeast's like can I survive kindergarten video or whatever it was called. It wasn't that, it was like I don't know what the title of the video was. It's basically one where he was in kindergarten. This is the same thumbnail. There is no originality there, there's no like personality. You're just kind of copying essentially what someone else is doing. It's kind of lazy and you shouldn't really do that. And like, this is what I call the like maths person approach to YouTube. So like, people who are good at maths, they obviously like statistics, analytics, and patterns. So they recognize these patterns that YouTubers do and they implement it to their own videos, because they think that all of these little things add up and cause those videos to succeed. But honestly, what is the most important thing is that you're unique, you're personality shines through, your videos are good. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Like, your videos have to be good, and it's not about copying every single little thing that the most popular creator on YouTube does, you know, MrBeast. Sometimes I watch videos on YouTube and people will literally just use MrBeast's exact font for the subtitles, like this, you know, like, you've seen this before, right? There's one odd Gotham chess video that came out that had subtitles like that at the beginning of the video. That was just weird. You know, that was kind of it's insane how much creators just study patterns instead of studying the intrinsic reason behind why people enjoy videos that other people make. Stop looking at your goddamn graphs and make a good video. And good videos aren't ones where you just put money on the line and at the end someone wins money. Like, obviously that works for holding people to the end and holding people for longer, getting an average a longer average view duration on your video. But if every single creator that's popular does this, it becomes so repetitive and annoying. I don't know, I just really wanted to vent out my frustration about this. At the end of the day, there's only one person in the world who is exactly like you, and that's you. And I'm speaking to other YouTubers right now. You are unique, you are special, do things the way you want to do them, and it'll definitely stick with people. And if you work hard and keep working on yourself and keep working on your videos and making them better, people will watch, and then people will start to copy you because they think that all these little things that you do that add up, your thumbnails, your subtitles, your color grading, your like video structure, the things your videos are about, they think that all of those things add up to make you who you are. But that's not true. You are inherently yourself. You cannot be replaced. And that is what people value the most if you're a creator who's obviously an entertainer. If you're making like tutorial videos, then it's different. If you're informing people, it's different. But you understand what I'm saying. This takes a lot of character building. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. And you should focus on building yourself. And then whatever you do, people will respect so much that they'll copy it. And that's exactly what's happening with like MrBeast with Sniper Wolf. Like, have you seen like the whole Sniper Wolf red reaction thumbnail on the side? People, like, so many reaction channels are just doing that now because they think that is intrinsic to the success of her channel. And it isn't. Think about who you're making your videos for and be the best person you can for that person. The last thing you want is for there to be a huge weight on your back all the time, for you to act a certain way that you're just not, that you're not comfortable with. I have a lot of respect for channels who make their videos entirely for kids, for example, because obviously these like 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds are acting a specific way to be more entertaining to little children, you know, like 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. But it obviously comes at an expense of their character, and that's difficult. And that's why I have so much respect for these creators, because it's like they are forcing themselves every single day, or however much they post videos, to act this way for other people. And that's incredible. Like, I couldn't imagine myself doing that. That is impressive. I would hate to do that. Don't get me wrong, I would absolutely hate to do that. But that is really impressive, you know, and you have to respect that. What I think is much easier to sustain is just being yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. To summarize, be yourself, make great videos. That's it. And if you do this enough, if you put a lot of hours into whatever you're doing and a lot of effort into what you're doing at the same time, it's going to be great. You're going to be the happiest person in the world. But just never lose that part of yourself. Never feel like you have to act a certain way. You know, never be like that. That is an awful place to be in, I could imagine. I'm not going to lie, originally I intended for this video to be like a fun little thing where I talk about these like weird, quirky little things that YouTubers do, but it ended up being a weird, like cringy motivational speech from me, out of all people, a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers and like a 50 average views on each video. I don't know. This is something that's important to me, and I feel good about this video. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. That's all I had to say. Goodbye, and be yourself, and be amazing. Bye.